We are trying to create a clock in JavaScript. The problems are not the codes. You can get the codes from ChatGPT, and we will try to follow the codes given by the ChatGPT. So what we have done here is we have created a folder named clock with the name as 00 clock because I want to do other projects. So this is just for the naming convention. So the folder name here is 00 clock. And I have created the 3 distinct files, one with index.html. The second one is script.js. This is for the JavaScript. And the third one is for the style.css. So we'll slowly type the codes and we will see if this really works or not. So let's do this. I'm excited to do this. So we begin with saying this doc type to be HTML, and we begin with HTML. So our language will be in English. I need to close this, and then we need to have the head, and then we will have the character set. This is done by meta character set, CSAR set. This will be in, I don't know, this will be in, as it is given here, this should be in UTF-8. And then we will do the name as the name, another meta. So these are the meta properties, I believe. So we will have the meta name as the view, P-O-R-T, port. And then we will have the content to be white. I believe this is for the, for the screen size to be adjusted automatically. And we also have the initial INITIAL SCAL scale is equal to 1.0, and we close it by this sign here. And then we want the title. I don't know if this works or not later, but let's say the title as the digital clock. That is the main objective here, to make a clock, and that clock should be fully functional, of course. And then when we have the link, so this is the link for the style sheet that we have. So we will say STYLESHEET, and our file name will be, file name here is STYLE. So I have kept all the files in the same folder. And then we can see we have already closed the head. We have already closed, but we cannot close the HTML now because we also want the body here. So we will have the body, and inside the body we will have a table-like thing. This will be as the clock. So this is our name. Will be the name of that ID, and then again we will do div, and this is not required. Why is it showing to me? Is it okay? This is Dave. What I needed to do is it's showing in red because I have missed this. So if I miss this, it shows, okay. So I just need to put that. Okay. And then after we have the main script, that is the script, and that is the script. So I need to keep this in the quotes inside the double quotes. That's the script.css. Oh no, it's JS, because this is the main thing. This is the main code that will run our clock. And then we have the script, after which our body closes, and that has been done automatically. And this is it. This is the code too. So what does this thing do here? The stock type HTML is the declaration that defines the document as the HTML5 document. We have HTML lag equal to in. So this represents that the root of the document, and the language specifies the language of the document. We have the head, that is the thing that contains the meta information about this document, which is the, for instance, character set at UTF-8. We have the viewport settings for some kind of responsive design. We will have the title of the page, which appears in the browser tab. Let's see if that appears or not. And then we have the link to the style sheet here by href as style.css. And this links to the CSS file that will contain the styling for the clock. Then we have the body. That is the main thing here. The body is the element that contains all the content that will be visible on the web page. Then we have the div ID clock. This is the element with an ID of clock where the current time will be displayed. Then we have the script src as the script.js. This includes the JavaScript file that contains the logic for updating the clock. Now let's go to, so we will save this, Ctrl+S, okay. And then we will move to .css here, and we will do something. So this is to prepare the body for the page. So we simply begin with writing the body, and inside the body we have the column brackets, and that's the first one. It's the display that we have. You can see that's the flex, and after that we have the justify content. This will be in the center. Okay, and then after we will have align items. This will be again at the center. Then we have the height parameter, that would be 100 the edge. After that we'll have the margin. Margin will be the 0. And after that we will set background color, the most important one. So background color will be, I don't know if that will be here, just giving us 282 C34. So this will be somewhat blackish type of color. And then we will have the color itself as white. And then after we will have the font family. This is the font family. And for the font family, the famous of all, that is the Arial. And also this is the sans serif. And there are so many groups of the text. This is the sans serif. And after that, we close it. So this is the sans serif. And after that, we will do something for the clock as well. And for the clock, we have the font size to be 5 rem. Then text align to be at the center. And let's see what it is doing. So the body is displaying flex. The flex box is the is used to align and distribute the clock's content. We have the justify content that is in the center, horizontally centering the block. Then we have the align items. That's the center that is also vertically centering the clock. Height 100 VX. This is the how we are setting the height of the body to 100% of the viewport height. Margin is 0, that it removes any default margin. Background color is being set to dark background color. Then we have the color white. This is how the text will appear. So the text will appear white. Font family is how the font style will be for the clock. And this is the clock. This is for here we have the clock, hashtag clock. This will set the size of the font. So font size is for the clock. So we want this to be large. Text align will be at the center. That will contain that will center the text inside the clock D. So we will save this again and we'll move to the script.js. This is the most important one because this is how the clock will run. So we will write the function. This is our function here. That is the update name of the function. That would be the update clock. And we will have the curly brackets open and close. Then we will write constant. And we get the time today is the date. So today's date is it's the time now. So this is the time that we get the now. This is the time. This is being at the right time. We will give the semicolon. Again, next line, we will do constant hours. And here we have so we will do this in the a very different way, just getting the string. And it says we get the now. From now, we will get the hours. And from the hours, okay, from the hours, we will log into this PAD START. This is 2 and 0. We'll try to understand what this is doing. It is supposed to have volume and brackets here. So it is missing right here. Okay, right, okay. And the next one is the minutes. Let me copy this line. Next line. And next line. Next line will be the 4 minutes. Okay, it's not working. Minutes. This is the correct spelling now. We'll do straight now dot get minutes. So now dot get minutes. So we have minutes here. All the things will be same. Then we have the seconds. Again, we want to get seconds. This will be the one get, not exactly UTC seconds, just the seconds only. After that, we will have the constant time string. Constant time string is equal to, we will have those hours values changing every time. So this will appear as hours. And we will have the minutes. And then we will have the dollar. And again, this will be seconds. So this will be updating each time to get the time. Then we will have the document dot get element by ID. This is the first one, ID. And here we have the clock. And our text content will be text content content is equal to time string. This is time string. And what I'm going to do now is update. This will be updated every seconds. So we have the set interval that is update clock. This is the function by some units here. This is the unit here, and we will initialize the clock immediately. Gely immediately. Just to write the function. So this is it, but this won't run here because this is in the node.js. And if we go to the folder here, now we can see that the size has increased up to, slightly around 1 KB, not that big files. And you can see the icons to be somewhat very, so this is the icon for my browser, and this is the icon for JavaScript, and here you can see there's something different for CSS. And let me open this. And I don't know if this is working, but I can see this is not working. I don't know. So I think there's something happening here. Let's check that again. So it's showing some errors here. So what I have missed is this this tiled type of symbol. I hope this works now. I'll save this again. Go to that folder again, and this time it's showing some kind of clock going on, but it is not showing the title. It is not showing, so it's not showing the titles and the end, and it's just moving, and it's running every second. So this is it. We did this from ChatGPT. I'm not the expert in writing the codes. I was just trying to go through the codes and write myself and try to explain myself what's really happening there. So this is it. We created three files within a single folder. The first one is the HTML. We linked the HTML inside the HTML. Let's say inside the HTML, we linked to two different files. One was the JavaScript, and the other one was the CSS. In JavaScript, we are just making a function where that function gets the time. So there is a function that is the date function, and from that date function, we are getting the hours, minute, and second, and this is being stored at the time string variable, and this time string variable will be printed every second, so it will be initialized immediately, and this function overlook features the current time and updates the check display. And what is really this? What is this .pad start? So this is it is retrieving the current hour and padding it with the leading 0 if necessary. So it will do 07 instead of 7. So it'll just do the 2 units value, just how we, for instance, show the numbers after the decimal. But in this case, the pad stat is just showing the numbers before it. It's the number as single digit, nothing special here. A similar thing for minutes and seconds, and then we have the constant time string that combines the hours, minutes, and seconds into a single string in the format that is hours and minutes. And then we have the document.getElementById, This updates the text content of the clock with the current time string, and we can see that we're actually working with the string values, not exactly the numbers. So this is the string, and we're changing the string every time it goes. And then we have the update clock, and this update clock is calling the function itself, and it will call every time immediately. So the clock is initialized with the time. So when the page loads, it won't wait for the first interval. So again, when the page loads, as you can see, this is loading now. We can see the time. It's about 10:27, and it's getting dark. It is already dark, actually. So when the page loads, the JavaScript code runs and immediately sets the clock to the current time. The set interval then ensures that the update clock function is being called every second, updating the time displayed. And then we have the CSS styles that make sure the clock is centered on the page, that is styled with large, easy to read text. And if we do some changes in the values, we can see something, but this is the efficient and straightforward and provides the digital clock that is working on the web page. And I learned few things, but there's still many things to learn. And that's it. That is how the clock is running with JavaScript.